So today we are going to discuss that sometimes we're in the wrong hands. When we say wrong hands, our lives, we put them in the wrong hands. Sometimes we put our lives in our very own hands because we think we're that smart. We're not that smart, okay? Because I'm going to show you a picture as we set it off. You get things rolling. What would you do if you're driving and your son, your daughter, or you were a kid and you decided to take the wheel? Yeah, let's say some reaction. If I'm driving, I only interstate the waterworks curve, and all of a sudden, Carter says, "Daddy, I got this." Cameron says, "I have a pretty good IQ. I'm in the gifted program. I can multiply, I can do some great things. I have the will, Daddy. I'm gonna be in charge of things." I would look like this, and my pants would probably be wet. Okay, and my heart rate would be beating so fast, like, oh my God, am I going to make it through? Am I going to survive the situation? But the truth of the matter is, a lot of us are doing this with God. The wheels of our lives in the wrong hands. We think we know what we're doing. We're having a lot of fun. You're having a great time, right? Woo, this is great. This is a great adventure. Wow, that feels good. Wow, she looks good. Wow, he looks great. My ego, this, that, and the other. This is awesome. And then God's like, whoa, wait 1 minute. You're going to wreck yourself. What is it? You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. So we need to check and make sure that our lives are in the wrong hands. We like to put things in our own situations put in our own hands because we think we know better. Or we think that God drives us forward. God drives too slow. God, he goes a long way. He does things that are not fun. I mean, why do I have to do this? God, why can't I be like everybody else? Why can I conform to society? Why can I do things like all the cool people? But we must learn to trust in God and just let him have his way, all right? He needs to be the one in control of our lives because we screw up, all right? Just that simple. We're going to look at a very classic story here from Abraham. This one is Abram and his wife Sarah. So she was Sarai at this time. So today we come from Genesis chapter 16, verses 1 through 4. And we come from the Message today. And we use different translations to get the word of God over as best as possible. Some of you might have an NIV, easy reading version, whatever. But it's going to say basically the same thing. So here we go. Verses 1 through 2. Sarai, their name had not been changed yet. So Sarai was Abram's wife. Abram will later become Abraham. Okay? Once she developed more faith. She hadn't yet produced a child. She had an Egyptian maid named Hagar. Sarai said to Abram, "God has not seen fit to let me have a child. Sleep with my maid. Maybe I can get a family for her." I don't think many women would say that in 2016. I don't think you find anybody who say that in 2016. All right. It says, Abram agreed. Look at Abram, a classic man, right? Oh, yeah. He says Abram agreed to do it, sir. He's like, oh, sure, why not? Okay? So Sarah, Abram's wife, took her Egyptian maid Hagar and gave her to her husband Abram as a wife. Abram had been living 10 years in Canaan when this took place. He slept with Hagar and she got pregnant. When Hagar learned she was pregnant, look what happened. She looked down on her mistress. Her mistress was Sarai. So she was like, "Hey, I got pregnant. You couldn't, haha." Look how your plan turned out. Look how the things you wanted to come to work for your good, look how it turned out. All right? So we're going to break this down verse by verse, okay? Because a lot of us, as we think here, we're a lot like Abram, we're a lot like Sarah. We're like, any day now, God. I know you told me that I would be married by now. I know you told me that my grades would be better than they are. I know you told me there'd be a breakthrough in my marriage, my relationship. I know you said I would be this great person in my career by now. God, what are you waiting on? I'm getting older every day. My hair is getting gray every day. It's starting to fall out every day. I'm not as young as I used to be. What is the problem, God? I mean, I don't have all day. Because you have to look at Sarah. She was past her prime. What's the normal age people have babies?
20s, 30s,
13.
Okay. Well, okay, in today's society, young ladies have babies from maybe 13 till you get around 35, they start, so you might want to there's more risk involved, all right? So, how do we think Sarah was at this time? I know, she was 76. This was a 76-year-old woman talking about, hey, God, I'm gonna have a baby yet? 76, right? She was looking like this skeleton. Are you serious? You 76 years old and have a baby. All right. So she had waited, and it says she had not yet produced a child. Right. So a lot of us have expectations. You sit right here, you're thinking of God. You know what? I know I've been waiting you to do this for me. I know I prayed about this. Somebody prophesied over my life about the situation. I thought by now that I would be somewhere else in life. Right. I'm right here in Jackson, Mississippi, but I should be in Atlanta. I should be in New York. I should be in Paris. My life, my dreams, I should be further down the road than I am right now. We have expectations, all right? But then when expectations happen, there's something that we consider in our lives is very dangerous. So we say, beware of D&D, all right? The first D is disappointment. Because you get disappointed when things don't turn out the way you thought they would. All right. My mom, she has this beautiful cake. She texted us. She's taking it in class. It looks so great. This is the 3-tier wedding cake, right? It looks great. It was green and yellow and pretty and flowers and stuff. So it looks great. But when I bit into it, I was like,
Don't get me up.
no, this is awesome. Right. It was better than I expected. But the thing about we have expectations. You might have a pretty husband, a pretty wife, a nice looking guy. You might have a situation. It's going to be great. I'm going to go do this. When you get into it, it's like, whoa, this is not living up to what I thought it would be. God, you are the God of Israel. You are the God of Jacob. You made the entire world. You said you came out of Jesus Christ. Why can't you do a simple thing in my life? Why can't you fix my problem? People write something to fix it, Jesus. You may not come when I want, but you always on time. What's going on, God? Because we have expectations. God is Superman. He's Iron Man. He's Batman. He's all the Marvel heroes in one big giant guy. He can zap us with a lightning bolt. He can kill us at his voice. It's his very word. He can do amazing things with God. You can't fix my illness. God, you can't fix my grades. You can't fix my relationship. You can't fix my lust. You can't fix my desires and my sin. You can't break my habits. What in the world, God? So when that happens, disappointment, then the next thing comes is doubt, right? Because what is doubt? I just don't believe. God, forget you. I don't think you have the power to fix my problem. You haven't fixed her yet, so I don't think you'll do it. You haven't fixed him yet, I don't think you'll do it. I've been making C's all my career. I don't think I'm being smart at C's too. I've been average all this time. God, why should I think about God? The expectations, right? You gotta be aware of the disappointment. You become disappointed so long it begins to kill your very spirit. Why should I try? Right? I had a goal that by the time I'm 30, I'll be dunking, right? Because I'm 6'2", I should be able to dunk. Right, Christian? It's not against the laws of science for a 6'2" person to dunk. The goal is 10 feet. If I could get like a 30-inch vertical, I'd be good. But as I got older, I ain't dunked yet. I'm about to be 32. I'm about to be 33. I'm about to stop trying. Because I doubt that I will ever dunk. So I'm going to just dunk donuts. I'm going to just dunk other stuff and start worrying about trying to lose weight, start worrying about hitting the weight. Just why should I worry about that? So the question is, we keep it personal, are there things that we doubt God about? What is it? Who is it? What's the relationship? What is the situation in life? What do you say, God, I just don't believe in you anymore. I don't believe that you have the power. If you have the power, you must be sleeping on it. You must be snoozing. You must don't care about me. I just doubt you. You got to be very careful. If you begin to doubt God in one area of your life, you might begin to doubt God in other areas of your life. You might begin to doubt His very existence.
Oh, come on.
All atheists didn't start out atheists. They started, as Christians. Things started to happen like a snowball turns to an avalanche. God, I just don't believe. Let me explain why I don't believe. Because when I was in a situation you didn't come through, there's another situation you didn't come through. Why there's so much killing, so much Why City, Jackson, and murder rate. We can't drink the water, we can't do anything. God, how can you let this happen in this world? You love us. For God so loved the world. I really doubt that. So when we begin to doubt God, that's a very big problem. Because then we begin to say, you know what, God, I have it from here. Since you're sitting on the throne in heaven, just sit there. I'll take care of my own business down here on earth. And what happens then is you have something that's called immunity. As you look at his image, these pirates are on the ship is already sinking, right? They're already underwater. You feel like you're underwater in your life. You feel like things are pretty doggone bad. So it's fine. It's going to make the captain walk the plank. Make God walk the plank. God, you got me here, so bye. I'm going to try to swim. I'm going to try to rescue my own self. I'm going to put it into my own hands, and my own hands are the wrong hands. Because impatience hurts, okay? Impatience, it hurts a lot because the immunity comes in and then we come with a plan B. You know what? God, forget what's in your word. I know my word is on my phone. I know the word is in my Bible, but forget all about that. I'm going to come with a plan my own self. This is what Sarah did, right? She had this maid and she said, you know what? God had seen fit to do it. I doubt he ever will. Right? So she says, sleep with my maid. Now y'all know she was crazy. Especially all y'all sisters here know she was crazy. They say, here's another younger, probably more attractive woman. Sarah, 76 years old, right? Hagar, probably 30, 25, so I don't know, bad, down piece. Right? I don't know. But here you go. Happy birthday. Here you go. Happy anniversary. Maybe she can get the job done, but I can't. We say, God, you're not getting the job done. Let me see what kind of plan can I come up with. Let me look on the internet and see how somebody else fixes the problem. If I'm struggling with this, what do I need to do? Okay? What work for her? So we become our own plan, our plan B's. And then what happens here is we get a why not mentality. Because look at Abram. He said, Abram agrees to what Sarah said. Of course he will. He's a guy, right? But in our mindset is, brothers and sisters, as Christians, as humans, why not? I have nothing else to lose. God isn't working. Why not? I have become disappointed. I don't believe in expectations. I doubt he ever will come through, so why not try this? Everything else seems to fail. So, that's a scary place to be, all right? Because next thing we want to hear is about becoming impatient with God. God, it's been 18 years. God, I shouldn't have, I read on the internet that it shouldn't last for 2 weeks, but I had it for 2 months. God, this same thorn we talked about last week, I had this thorn on my side for 5 years now. I can't seem to shake it. If I can't shake it, I might as well just embrace it. It's very, very dangerous, right? So, what are we becoming impatient with God about? And then the next thing is, have I resorted to a plan B? This becomes very, very scary, all right? Because when we don't look at what happened with Abram and Sarah, their plan B did not turn out so well. And if any of us are caught up in a plan B, all right, y'all know about plan B, the actual pill, the morning after pill? Oh, the birth control didn't work, so here's the plan B. The morning after. Okay, so God isn't working, so here's my plan B. If we're in that plan B right now, we got to say, plan B, I'm sorry, but our plan is over. Now, our service, I don't need your service anymore. I'm going to put an end to this right now. Plan B is scratch that and back to plan A. Because I'm in the wrong hands. We got to be very, very careful about that, okay? Because when we do the shot ourselves up on self-sabotage, one of the mindsets I think about at all times as a Christian, if somebody don't set me up, don't let it be myself. I'm the one really, who's directing your life is you, right? We say that more every night before we go to bed. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. Be careful that you're not setting up roadblocks for your own self. Be careful you're not setting up potholes or mountains in your own life. This is what Sarah did, right? Because she gave her husband, this Egyptian woman, her plan. It seemed to have worked, right? We say that there's a difference between a good plan and a God plan, because there's an extra O, right? We say all the time, why it doesn't work out like this? Because once Hagar got pregnant, she said she didn't even wait till she had the baby. It said once she learned she was pregnant. So how long did Sarah have to go through all that torture and torment?
Long time.
They at least had the first 9 months. And then the rest of her life. Alright? The rest of her life. He said she looked down her mistress. So we have to think about it. Our plan Bs, whoever they are, whatever it is, whatever it looks like, whatever it tastes like, smells like, whatever it feels like, whatever it is, you gotta understand that later down the road, you were looking like Steve Urkel. Whose fault is it? You're very young. Because he said, oops, did I do that? And he left out, did I do that to myself? So I was like, man, what? This plan really wasn't that good. If I just would have had faith in God. And that's the key. That's the key. Because we're look here, the good news. And then later down the road, because once Hagar had Ishmael, right? She had Ishmael, and everything was still a problem. Then we say Abraham was blessed with the son, the promised son, right? So, and here's what the scripture says. So, the scripture was fulfilled, which says Abraham believed God. Because there's going to come a point, all of our plan B is going to be like, man, that sucked. Man, that was pretty stupid. For lack of a better word, right? Mr. T said, I pity the fool. I was foolish to say, I'm going to take the hand, I'm going to say, God, you know what? I got this. I'm going to drive this car. That was foolish, right? There comes a point we realize our plans, they're all going to bring us back to God. I hate to break it to you, but I'm glad to break it to you. A lot of things we're trying to do, we're trying to fix situations, we're trying to make up for shortcomings of other people. They don't please us, they don't satisfy us, we seek stuff elsewhere, right? We're not pleased, we have lost the joy of our salvation, so we find other resources. And it's all going to bring us back to God. Because Abram, who later becomes Abraham, we began to have faith. Abraham is in the Hall of Fame, Faith Hall of Fame, Hebrews chapter 11. He begins his faith. And so it's famous. Here's what it said. So Abraham, he believed God. This is after he slept with Hagar, after Ishmael. So he believed God in this faith, right? His faith alone was credited to him by God as righteousness. This is faith, all right? And it's conformity to his will. It's the simple fact that he said, you know what, God, I'm going to believe you. We screwed up. Our plan B did not turn out so well. So plan A, trust God, believe in God, have faith in God. I'm going to believe in your promises. So God credited him as righteousness. And he was called then a friend of God. Anybody want to be a friend of God?
Amen.
You know, not just to say you are a son or a daughter or you're a child of the living God, but to say God, he looks at you as a friend. He can count on you. He can depend on you. He knows you are faithful. He knows you are true to his word. To be called a friend of God. That's some good news. If we just say, you know what, God, I surrender all. I give up my plan B. Let me rip it all up. Somebody here right now might be in the planning stages. You know, architecture, we have different phases of a project. You know, we have the planning stage, then you have the construction phase, then you have the post-construction. You got to make sure everything's going well. Some of us might be in the initial planning phases. You might think you have a need, right? Something's going wrong in your life, or something's not being fixed. God has disappointed you. You begin to have doubt. So you plan, what's my plan B? If things don't work out, I can go and do X, Y, Z. Right? Some of us are in the place where I'm in my plan B. I'm joining. All is well. I mean, what are you talking about, Dad? I mean, my plan B is lovely. I mean, why should I ever stop doing this? It will come a time you'll end up like Steve Urkel. You'll end up like Sarah. Like, uh-oh. Because you're a child of God. God will do everything in his power to bring you back home.
Amen.
Like the prodigal son, you go out, do your wild thing, you wild out. But it's going to be a matter of time when all that stuff is going to come to a halt. You're like, God, I'm so sorry. Forgive me, okay? Forgive me, I love you. It's just that simple, right? But here's the thing, right? We have to always remember, instead of just taking things in our own hands, and our own hands are the wrong hands. Okay, we must have faith in God because God's promises are far better than our plans. Far better than things we might resort to. Far better than our plan B. Far better than our options. God should be our only option. Okay, because something hasn't happened in your life that you thought it would, it's for your very own good. it's for your good. God is He's waiting on you. You got to grow. You have to develop. You have to be ready to accept His blessing. And you just think about it. We already close here. If you had a perfect life, would you ever really have a need for God?
No.
I just think if everything is worked out, every day is so lovely, I would have a need to pray. I would have a need to reference God at all because I think I'm just in control. I made myself have a great day at my job. All my kids behaved well. All my teachers turned in their work on time. My wife never gave me any kind of attitude. She always cooked dinner. She always did great. I was always a perfect father. My mother and father had perfect health. The churches was growing. Every day we turned around, we had no more people in the seats. We had to have another service. If that worked out with me, I would just get the big head.
Amen.
But God knows how to keep us humble, how to make sure we keep Him first in our lives. And just continue to have faith in His promises, because His promises are far better than any of our plans. So are y'all ready to be the light? I mean, when we say this today, we were having a discussion with Frankie yesterday about what does it mean to see the light? What does it mean that, to have that light bulb go off? Say, you know what, let me go back and check my plan B. I need to go ahead and forget about that. Are you ready to say, you know what, that plan B was a waste of my time? Even think about it was a waste of my time. I need to devote myself to God. I'm ready to go and say, God, in spite of whatever I'm going through, I just trust in you because you know far better than I do what I need in my life. Are y'all ready for that?
Amen.
It's okay to not be ready for it. It's to be human. But that's why we come here to hear the word of God, to get us ready for that. Because God needs us in a dark and dying world.
Amen.
Because if all the Christians are resorting to their plan B, then who's going to tell everybody else in their plan B? So you don't need a plan B. You need only God and God alone. So that's our challenge. We continue to grow and try to be more like our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Let's give God a hand clap of praise. Last night at this revival, it wasn't about you kind of sit back and you kind of analyze. And some people want to get you all hyped emotionally. In the midst of the hysteria or the atmosphere. But really, it comes down to having something you can really use. You can really apply God's word, and we want everyone to be able to do that at this point once they leave these doors. So our confession of faith is very simple. If you don't mind joining us, the fact that God's word is making me wiser, God's word is making me stronger, and God's word is making me better. Glory to God.